Alright, so here we are heading into the gym, and another snapshot of myself. I'm gonna get their hydration drink, and then a little reminder, test them on your sneakers, it's always a good thing. And so today we're doing shoulders and biceps, so I need to work my way back up before I get back on the dumbbells again. And so I'm just starting here, the strict press. I always like to leave the bar on the ground. I figured, man, if you can't pick something up and put it over your head, I don't think you go ahead. It's not a good idea to be grabbing something that's already hard and pushing it out. So that's a reason why I grab from the ground. So here we're just warming up on 40 kilos. Excuse the stomach there. I keep forgetting the shirt's no good for these type of videos. So I'll work on that. And then I jump on the Theragun, as you know, so after a little warm-up set, just 8, don't want to go too far. I use the Theragun, try and loosen everything up a little, get the blood flowing. I always hit my palms and my hand. I felt they work wonders, preventing cramps. As we did back a couple of days ago, my forearms were a bit shut, especially the back part of my arm, so they're getting a good rub with the Theragun. And as you'll see when I'm doing the dumbbell 21s, my left arm actually, because I tweaked it at work a couple of weeks ago, so my left arm was playing up, so I had to use a lot of weight. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a struggle trying to lift 17.5 kilo dumbbells. So anyway, so yes, I'm just using the Theragun there, especially those sections where it hurt quite a bit. Oh, not hurt, but it's still tender from doing back. So, and it's a bit more tender now because it's been such a long time. And then I usually always run it across my chest or the pecs, prevent getting knots, and then just sort of open up the front part of my shoulder there as well. So now I've got the wrist straps on, as you can see, a bit more support. I only went up in 10 kilo increments, so now we're on 50. So at the start there, you see me just engaging. So I'm always engaging my lats and my back, making sure I'm not just lifting it straight up with the wrong muscles. And then go to bring the bar overhead, using a little bit of a thrust in my hips just to get the bar up, and just trying to keep that strict movement, bringing my head forward in front of the bar, pushing the weight back a little, and then just dropping it down. And then we're going up to 20s, so what's that, 2, 4, 60 now. Again, just lining myself up, and you see me engage here, 1, 2, and the third one I go up, and then in one motion down to the knees, up, bang, push, and then hold it, try to stabilize myself, and then away I go with the push. I felt alright doing this at 60, but the problem I find when you're doing overhead strict, push, press, is that if you go too much, too heavy, shoulders cock out pretty quick. So here we go again. I just went up 10, so what are we on? 70 now. And this was, because it's been such a long time, it was a bit of a struggle. So you see me engage, and then bang on the third. Going up, down the loo, and then I had to really push off where you see my heels come up. I had to push to get it up. And there we go, the bar's up over the head. And then I think I went for 8. Someone told me a long time ago not to bring the bar all the way down to your chest, so that's why it's not coming all the way down. It's just coming down, I think, in line with my chin, around about. But as I get a bit better at doing this, my elbows will come forward a bit more. But for the time being, man, I'm just trying to get that weight up, if you know what I mean. And then you see me sort of, drop out there. And so after that, so that's my max 5, and then we're getting straight into the 21. So I start off on 17.5 kilo dumbbells, and I do a static hold one arm, and then on the others, you see my left hand there, it's struggling a little bit. My elbow's way out, and I got a little bit of a swing. This because my forearm was killing me, but I wanted to push through, even though it was really sore. Even my right arm, the elbow's not tucked right in up against my body. But it had been a while since I'd done this, so I'm just sort of glad to be back into motion. I thought I would have had to drop down the 10 kilo dumbbells because it had been so long, but so doing 17.5 I thought was okay. And then straight after the 21s, trying for 12 to 15 bicep curls on the bar, so that's a 20 kilo bar. And you can see me move a little bit, but I'm trying not to swing too much. Obviously, again, once I get back into it, I'll probably secure my feet a bit better, or even get a bench maybe, just to isolate the biceps a bit more. There's a different angle, different shot. So again, I got the 17.5 there, but in the other arm, I dropped down to 12.5. So you can see that I didn't want to swing too much, I thought, and my forearm was hurting a little bit. So I thought, yeah, better drop the weight there. You can see my right arm there, the elbows come out, probably too far in my opinion. But again, that's the beauty of doing these videos. Just do it for yourself too, you can actually see yourself. The funny thing is, when I'm working out, I honestly feel better than how I look in the video. So I'm like, damn, I need some better clothes. For number one, hide that stomach, and I don't know, doesn't matter. Anyways, and then straight after 21, straight to the barbell curls. And again, look, critiquing myself, the elbows probably swinging to the little bit. You know what, at the end of the day, I'm first time back in 3 weeks in this routine, so this week was good. We did chest and tries, then we did back, I'll do shoulder and buys, and I'll do legs tomorrow. Now on that routine, I apologize for the shot, but I wanted to just put it up anyway. You can see I dropped down to 12.5 on both sides because I knew the form was a bit off, instead of swing way too much to get it up, and the muscles are a bit fatigued now. So I apologize for this shot, but I still wanted to put it up so you could see the whole routine and how I go from back to back and stuff like that. But yeah, again with the 21s, when you're doing raises on one arm, the other arm's holding the dumbbell, and then you swap over, then at the very end do 7 with both dumbbells, and that gives you a 21, and then you grab the barbell and just do bicep curls, and my grip should be probably a little bit closer towards the middle, but they're out way too far, and I could feel that as I was doing it. You see me here trying to adjust a little bit, and definitely feel it a lot more through your forearms and biceps. But you know what, like I said, first week back in a long time, feels good just to be in the gym and working out, and not having to go all the way back from scratch, which is kind of good. Usually in the past I would have, like I said before, I'd have to drop down to 10 kilos. So here we are, going to the cables now. So I've done my strength set, I've done one superset, and then this is the last superset in shoulders, and then you can see me doing there cable pulls. So I try and work as many different muscle groups in the shoulders as I can. So here I'll do like pulling to the side across the front of my body, and I'll do both sides. Again, apologize for the shot from behind, but I guess the key here is just to see it all in motion in one, so there's no surprises. I'm all like stopping and editing, going to the next one. It's what I do in my sessions. So with the supersets, I'm going reasonably heavy at the start on the first 8, and then for the next one, so this superset here, you see I've got a 15 kilo plate. I know this exercise is cool, but it's a good shoulder workout. So 10 of those, and then 10 raises to the front, back to back as well. And if you could do all this unbroken, without too many breaks in between, then you definitely feel the pump and the burn. I've used dumbbells before. I just find that these, it's a bit quicker, I guess, through the routines. I've used to do drop sets with dumbbells, with 4 different weights, but I found that this works for me at the moment, especially from a timing perspective, because but everyone has enough time, and I was at the gym way too long. Previously, like last year and the year before, I'd be there for like an hour and a half doing mobility, nearly 2 hours, and all this other crazy stuff. So I'm like, now just trying to keep it real strict, and like 1 strength set, 2 supersets, I feel good. And I guess the best thing is you still, like I feel like I'm getting stronger every time. So I don't want to have these massive breaks in between. Now here on the next round, I am doing the cable pull, same way, but from the back instead of across the front, and just getting a different type of strain on the shoulder muscles. And when you see me turn around and get a better idea what I'm doing, again, sorry for the bum shot, but just trying to explain how I do my supersets without any edits or stops. this is a continuous run. Again, they are like, you don't want to go too heavy on this sort of stuff, man. Like I've tried in the past, and you get to a point where you feel a little click, or like a little, like it's something just moving in your shoulder, and it ain't a good thing. So you don't want to be putting too much stress. And then going back to the 15 kilo plate, don't drive the car, drive the truck, drive the bus, and 10 of those, and then 10 front raises. You see me swinging a little bit, which again, just starting back, and I'm going to critique these little things. But by now, I was pretty pumped, and getting those weights up is a little bit harder, especially on the last set. And so then this last round of the superset, just raise us to the front. Again, you don't want to go too heavy. I think you have to add an extra 2 kilos. You don't want to be too light too, otherwise you're not doing like 20, 25 reps. And that is not key. You want to go slightly heavy at the start of your superset, and then you want to go super light, well not super light, but lighter at the end, and get those reps up. So again, left 8 on each side. Excuse the facials, I've really got to stop there to the gym. I didn't realize I looked that bad, and look like an old man with no teeth. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Anyway, so 8 on each side. Again, you can probably use dumbbells if you really want. I just like the cables for the resistance, all the way through, so to speak. And so yeah, here we this is the last one there, and then a drop from the 15 kilo plate down to the 10 kilo, because I was, you see me swinging a bit with the 15 kilo, so it's not what you want. Again, driving the car, 10 of those, and then just some front raises. I think I went 10 and then 5, so 15. So I don't do max on your very last set. When you're doing a superset, if you can go as many as you can, that's good. You get that, keep the tension, in the muscles. And then never get after every session, always make sure you stretch, especially at the end. Never stretch before you start your session, because you haven't warmed up, unless you've warmed up really well. I've done some rowing and got a bit of a sweat happening. Your heart, beats up. So you see me, and then stretch. So now I got the resistant bands to help. I got this tip off another person online, and I'm using the resistant bands to stretch. Shoulder stretch, that arm across the body. You get a nice, you feel it right in the, in your shoulder there, which is really good. And then just leveraging off the machine to get that extra stretch. And again, be careful not to overstretch. You will cause a cramp or a bit of discomfort when you're overstretching too hard. Pec stretch. So I always do the pec stretches. And I find that I didn't get knots on my back as a result. In the past, when I haven't stretched out my pecs as often, I find that I get, massive knots on my back, especially if I'm doing a lot of working at my desk. And those knots, man, they are painful. Like, they're big, massive lumps in between, it's called the shoulder blade on your back, or whatever it is. It's nuts. You don't want that. So the stretching out, is going to cost you a minute or 2 at the end. And there we go, all done. And now the resistant band back could be a good dude. And then if you can do. I used to do a lot of mobility and leg stretches as well. There's me coming out, a random shot. You look outside. And then these are supplements I take, so magnesium, these were just all on special. Milk thistles, I think, pretty important.